the time. Let's get into some ball handling drills. And I did, as I said, I did print off a sheet that has these here. Guys, why don't we come down here where we can kind of be right in front of the camera. All right, so let's have two guys going on any particular drill. Yeah. You know, that's a good question. The question is, where do we talk about feet with young kids shooting? Can I see the ball here? So for years now, you know, listen, you guys have probably all heard the term beef, okay? Or many of you heard the term beef. Beef is balance, eyes, elbow, follow through. It's a good guideline. I've always thought it's too vague. You know, it's not a bad starting point. So, you know, the things I really focus on, you know, I focus on that shooter's pocket idea. You know, the ball doesn't come out of toe to knee to hip to shoulder. I think that's really important. I think if kids want to bring the ball across here, that creates inconsistencies. I focus on that shoot through the window idea. You know, here's another thing. I was just reading something about this that I thought was really interesting. It actually was a criticism of beef. It was forest shooting. You want to YouTube F-O-R-E-S-T. If you want to YouTube that, there's an interesting thing. And they were pretty critical of beef, even, you know, kind of the same point that I would have made before, that it's too vague. But one of the things they talked about was that it's not realistic to lock your eyes on any, you know, I think when I think about this as a shooter, like I don't lock I look at the rim in general, but I don't lock my eyes on any one target. Ian, are you able to lock? Ian's a good shooter, that's why I asked him. Like, don't you kind of just look at the rim as a whole? And what this was done by people that studied the NBA, and they said that the best shooters look at the rim, but that actually focusing on one spot tenses your shoulders and neck, and that's really bad. You want to have looseness in your entire upper body when you shoot. And so that I thought that was a really interesting point. You know, so as much as we're talking about eyes, and eyes are important, I don't think that locking your eyes on one target is all that important. You know, so the other question then was feet. So, you know, I'm kind of addressing the things I believe in order in terms of, you know, you got to have the ball in that line. I do think you got to be, you know, moving forward a little bit. Like, I think, you know, you want your head over your toes and the balls of your feet as opposed to back over your heels. I think that's really important. I think that creates really inconsistent shooting if you allow yourself to be on your heels. Pulls your head back if you're on your heels, and you can see that movement in my head. How am I going to be consistent if my head moves in that fashion? Now, in terms of feet, you know, for years I've been teaching, you know, and I actually, with young guys, I talk a lot about 10 toes facing the rim. So we talk about those 1-2 pivots. Okay, 1-2, and I'm trying to get 10 toes facing the rim. If I'm going this way, same thing. Pivot to get 1-2, 10 toes facing the rim. It was in, and I think that's an okay thing to say, like to talk about getting 10 toes towards the rim. It was really interesting though, and Ian, you do this. Did you watch that YouTube? Of course you did. Of course you did. But talked about Steph Curry and his feet when he shoots. And Steph Curry's the best shooter in the NBA, I think. When he shoots, his feet are not 10 toes towards the rim. They're offset just a little bit, so that they're maybe at, like if we're looking at a clock, they're maybe at 10 o'clock. So I think it would be important, number one, you don't want them straight across, okay? I think that is really important. If you get them straight across, then you run into that hoist motion, which is not good. If a kid wanted to, so I mean, you know, this is probably what I would teach, you know, toes toward the rim with your weak foot. I'm right-handed, so my left foot, those toes about even with the ball of my feet. Now, if somebody had their toes with not 10 toes towards the rim, or like Austin Yetter is another of our really good shooters, he tends to shoot with his back foot open even a little bit more. I don't think I would worry too much about that, you know. I think that as long as your toes are kind of facing into your shot, you know, that way if you're right-handed, this way if you're left-handed, I think that's okay. Okay? Thank you. Can I ask, I should have said this before, as questions come up, you know, if there's anything I can clarify, let me know. Are we okay for now? Okay, so let's take a look at some of these ball handling drills. Now, this is something, you know, I think it's great because I think that anybody can do this. You don't need rims. Now, honestly, when I was a little kid, I lived out in the country. I didn't have a rim for a long time, and I did this stuff all the time. And for a bigger, slower guy, I became pretty good with the ball because I did this stuff. So, first one, let's just get two guys doing our little fingertips drill. Okay, so then just a warm-up. Works on strength a little bit, and you're getting the ball on your fingertips. As you can see, then they'll start moving it up and down. Okay, hold up. Give the two forwards ball. So they begged out of the first drill. They get the slightly harder second drill. So you guys pound the ball. Okay, pound the ball. Help with open hands. Hard. Hard. So bring your hands. Just a simple drill. You're pounding the ball, working on hand strength. As utility move in terms of ball handling and catching the ball. Hold up. Around the waist. Okay, so now these guys are just going about 50%, but so we would, if I were making these guys do it for a warm-up or in practice, or for a workout, I would have them going around the waist, and we would time 30 seconds, and then switch it up. And anytime we're doing something like this, we're always trying to get quicker. So if we get, I don't know the timing, but if we get 30 in 30 seconds, then the next time we want to get 31. We're always trying to improve. Hold up, use the other guy. All right, guys, so corkscrew. So corkscrew now is around the waist, drop down around the legs, back up around the waist, around the head. And same thing, you can always change direction halfway through. I would say either a 30-second set and then stop and switch it up, or a 45-second set where you're switching halfway through. All right, switch it up. Now, next one is single leg. And so I want you guys to go fast with this. So when we do single leg, I do it for basically one reason. It's a really short motion, so you can really work on having quick hands. So you're going around just one leg, I don't care which direction, but really work on getting your hands going quick. Go ahead. So because that motion's so much shorter than anything else you do, you can really work on having hand quickness with this drill. You see these guys are doing a good job. They're bent over in athletic stance as opposed to just bent at the waist. Okay, bending at the knees. Hold up, guys, good job. Okay, so that's a fourth one. Guys, next one's single leg, double leg. So start with your legs tight. Again, athletic stance. Go around your leg, step out. Go around your leg, step back in, okay? Switching legs. You guys haven't done this for a while, so that's what single leg, double leg. Just a drill where you incorporate some different things, some different motions that guys have to get through. All right, go up. Other guys. All right, so you guys are going to do figure eight. At about 10 seconds, I'll tell you to switch it. Okay, you're figure eight without a dribble. We do figure eight both with dribbles and without. This one's without. So they'll be going through the legs, around, through the legs again. About 10 seconds in, I'll tell them to switch. They'll start going front to back. When they switch, they'll go back to front. Ready? Go. Again, good athletic stance. Switch it. Work on going both ways. Hold it. All right, so the next two drills are a little bit different. These are cradle drill and pipe drill. I'm just going to have you guys do both of these. So cradle is where you're going to hold it like this. Again, athletic stance. Switch, drop it, switch hands. Okay, so you're going back and forth like this. Then when I tell you to switch, go to height, so then you'll be holding it in front. Okay, and drop it and switch to go back. So start with cradle. Ready, go. Okay, and then as they do, now when you start, they'll want to flip the ball up in the air and they'll want to look at it, and that's fine. As you get better, you want to emphasize trying to get them to get their heads up. You want to try and emphasize that you don't want them. It's about hand quickness. So if you can get them not to flip it up in the air, just drop it and really quick. With hands, hold it, hold it. Go to the height drill. Go to the height drill. You can see that it does take some coordination. I'm going to get Bob hasn't done these since 6th grade basketball camp or something like that. All right, now switch it up, guys. Let's go to that rhythm drill. Ian, can you do this? Kel, can you do this? Okay, so rhythm drill it's called that because of the noise that the ball will make. Okay, so you'll take the ball. Actually, I can't do it without. I can't demonstrate without having the ball. You'll take the ball. You will swing it around your right leg and hold it like this. You will drop it, bounce it, switch hands, bring it the whole way around. So now if I do this, you'll hear a bump, 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 bump. And Ian will get going a lot faster than I did. You'll hear a better rhythm. That's why it's called rhythm drill, because of the sound that it makes. Go ahead, guys. All right, let's go to these two. Let's go figure 8 dribble. Now, we usually, with the figure 8 dribble, we'll go through a series. So start with figure 8 dribble low. So you can see these guys are going to go low, keep the ball down to the ground. Try and keep their eyes up, especially for younger players. Listen, if players can't keep their eyes up to start with, that's okay. You want to challenge them to build to that point. But obviously, if they just can't do it, it doesn't make sense to have them just losing the ball. So have them work to get better. All right, guys, now pull it up and let's go 2 dribbles and through. So we'll do it real low like that. Then we'll go 2 dribbles and through. Go ahead. Okay, now just 1 dribble through. So you make it more challenging the less dribbles you let them have. Keep going 1 dribble and through, and now switch to back to front. Okay, and so we would go through the whole sequence here. You know, low, front to back, low, back to front, 2 dribbles through, back, front to back, 2 dribbles through, back to front, and then like this. Hold up, guys. Good job. Next 2 are up on spider dribble. Now this, so I would say that up to number 11. Okay, those are drills that I think. Listen, all these I think can make you a better ball handler, but those are drills that I think everybody does a good bit. These next couple are some things that I think with younger kids you can just have some fun with. So spider dribble is you're trying to keep the ball between in the middle here. You're going right, left. You bring your right hand around behind your leg, right, left. So if you get it going quick enough, you look like a spider. Here we go. All right, now, do any of you think you can do one-handed spider? Yeah. So one-handed spider, Ian, try it. So he's going to try and go right, left, so he's just going back and forth with the right hand. Switch left hand. Okay, so that's one-handed spider. Good job. You guys, I think you can do this. Keep it low, one-handed figure 8, so you're dribbling through. Okay, it's all with the right hand though. One-handed figure 8, yes. Good job, Bob. And then I would switch it up to their left hand, but I think they're doing a good job working hard. I'm not going to make them do that. Ian and Kelly do machine guns. So we do machine guns. Sometimes we have them get down on their knees. Sometimes just bend over. The idea is you're going as low and as fast as you can. So start with your right hand, and listen, this is really low. Ready? Go. You see how that's just coming off the fingertips? It will deaden at times, that's okay. It's really low. Switch to your left hand. see they're down in a good athletic stance. And now both hands. That's when it really gets machine gun going. You really go fast. Go up. All right, now this is a good one. When you guys get behind your back, throw it up, catch behind your back. All right, so start. You're going to show with the younger kids. Show them, throw it up, have them catch it behind their back. Okay, so do that. Throw it up, catch it behind your back. All right, so you can do that. Once you've done that, start challenging them to add in how many claps. So guys, let's go for 5 claps. So throw it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, catch it behind your back. Okay? All right, now 10 claps. So, obviously, challenge them. Hope they can have some fun with this. You know, somebody will catch it and, you know, pump their hands up, so that's good. All right, now this one, I have no chance of doing this, but the impossible catch is, I don't know if any of you guys will be able to get this. You throw it up from here, okay? It has to go over your head, and you try to catch it between your legs. Now, kids won't have full body control. They'll try and go like this, okay? And you got to say, no, you got to go between your legs. So obviously, it's really hard to do. That's why it's called impossible. You can have some fun with it. Go ahead. You accomplished the impossible catch. That's pretty good. Can any of you guys spin the ball in here? Nobody? All right, so listen, stuff like that, like I put that on here. Obviously, am I going to spin the ball on my finger in a game? No, I'm not. I'm going to do the impossible catch when I throw it up. No, but I do think, number one, all that stuff's fun, okay? It's fun for kids to be able to challenge themselves in those ways. And I do think any kind of hand-eye coordination drill is effective, okay? So spinning the ball on your fingers. Coach Sattel, who went to school here and now is the head coach in Middletown, has a whole series of great ones. Like he'll juggle, you know, he'll juggle basketballs. He'll take a basketball, throw it up and catch it on top of another basketball. Again, just simple stuff that works on your dexterity with the ball, which I think is great stuff. Guys, get it.